Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you guys had a good week last week while I was on vacation. I saw the market was still extremely hot. Tons of runners last week, and I'm excited to be back here. Right now, I am in one small trade right here on RKDA. Is 910, and you guys know I usually don't like holding into open on any pre-market trade as long as it's on the long side. Sometimes I will hold a short, into open, looking for like, a morning panic. But, as far as, holding a long position into open, it's something that, I usually don't do unless I'm well into the money. Right now in RKDA, it's kind of at my average right now. So I'm watching it pretty closely. I saw we started having some bidders move on in RKDA, but we did just tap VWAP and are pulling back a little bit here. So I'm just keeping a close eye on it on RKDA. I have my stop in at 769. So below 770, I will cut that trade. Small position, only 2K shares. You're risking about 15 cents. So nothing crazy there on RKDA. Just a little small pre-market trade, just a feeler. I think that this thing does have some potential today to make a nice move on up. You could see we had this initial huge spike on RKDA. We kind of just been consolidating since. We did have a one pop, close to that $10 mark. Then we came back down. Now we're just consolidating sideways. And today, we have a press release, and we're doing some good volume in pre-market. So I do want to see if this thing's gonna have this breakout move today. It's very possible that we could see that today in RKDA. So this is one I'm gonna be watching pretty closely this morning. Other than RKDA, I'm watching FFHL. No bias on this one. If anything, I am leaning a little bit more towards the long side after seeing the slow walk on up. I sort of caught some bidders too. So on FFHL, let me bring over the chart. I wrote down in Discord I am looking for two scenarios on this play this morning on FFHL. So usually on the day two is what I'll look for. Most of the time I'll look for a pop short into resistance. But FFHL, this is a micro float. Earnings winners, like I said, very low float, and so I do want to be careful. On the short side, I think this does have some potential for a possible day two move. So what I like to look on the day two moves is a weak open. I'll be looking around this 550 level. Around this EMA line. Look for price action to consolidate base, and start to put on some higher lows. Reclaim and then push higher. So that would be what I'll be looking for on FFHL. Weak open, consolidation and a reclaim on high volume, and then I could look to go from there. What I'll be looking for the other scenario would be a morning pop on weak volume to short into resistance. So my next lines I have mapped up is the 630 line. Risking like the 650. So if we get a morning pop on a weak baseline volume, I'll look to take short, 630, risking that 650 level. So I have a tight risk, good risk reward for FHL. You guys can see, it does have a lot of room to the downside. You can see it has this gap to fill all the way to this like 230 level. So this one could have a big red day today. If volume and price action is not here today. What if volume and price action is here today, and this thing holds on up and starts to push? It could easily see 7, 8, possibly even 10 plus. Not out of the range of FFHL with the float being this low. So it's kind of the game plan on FFHL. The week open, look to consolidate, reclaim, push. Or the other scenario would be the morning pop for a short into resistance. And sometimes we will see, it will have a small. Usually we will see this have a small pop. Most likely won't reach that 630 line. Maybe like 610, 620. Then it'll fail, and it'll fail the EMA lines, and it'll just dump. So, if we do, have a quick pop and fail, I will be paying close attention to the price action and volume, to determine, whether, I look the long or short. So this one, I'll commentate, what I see on that one, and we'll go from there. A lot of trading is just, reacting to what you see. All right, so next, go over TNRX. So TNRX kind of dumping without us right now. A lot of people, I can see why a lot of longs got fooled on this one. They're like, oh, reverse split. It's going to be the next big runner. It's going to be the next FFHL. be the next RKDA, but no. If you guys look, the float's only 20 million. It's a little bit out of the range that we would like for to see a possible big runner. I'm not saying it can't run, but on these higher floats, they need to do much more volume, and the volume it did pre-market is nowhere near what I would like to see for a 20 million float. 20 million float, we need to see very high baseline volume, and we just weren't seeing it this morning. You could see each pop was met with huge unloading, big selling. You could see big hands are unloading here. I saw they had an effective S3, so most likely some unloading here in pre-market. And it just has a big history of gap and fail. As you could see a lot of times, you could see right here, gap up, fail, gap up, fail, gap up, fail. It just doesn't hold its gains very well on TNRX. Just not a great stock overall. Float high, volume's weak, history of fading. So this is one I said, when it was back in 220s, 230s that, I was looking for a short on it. And you could see, ever since then, it's just been, fading ever since. So this one I'll be, watching for a pop, possibly, this 220, 230 mark, risking this 250 line. And it does have some room to fall. You could see, it does have some room to fall. Lows back down at 60 cents. It has gone on a decent climb on up. So it's definitely possible you could see lower on this play today. So I'll be watching for that morning pop. If we don't get that morning pop, I'll just avoid. So that's kind of the game plan on TNRX. Won't be looking for a long on this one. If anything, if it reclaims on strong volume, you see like 1 million bars, then I'll just avoid it. So those are the 3 stocks I watched this morning, and that's the game plan. FBIO. Saw some people talking about this one. Has a buy rating of $19. All right, let's see. Let's check out FBIO. Check out the float. Average volume 370K. Let's see, float 43 million. All right, so we don't have it's not a micro float here, but could definitely be pumped today on that $19 price target. But float's a little bit high for me, but I'll keep it on watch. See what it does, see what the volume looks like. But not gonna be my main focus today. But thanks for the heads up. Sorry if I sound a little tired this morning, guys. Been used to sleeping in every day for the past week on vacation, so I am a little bit tired this morning. Not gonna lie, but I can't miss a stream, can't miss a trading day. I'll fight through it. No excuses. Right, FFHL, trying to go green now. So FFHL coming close to that 630, 640 mark. Those are the levels I was eyeing down. This is a very slow walk on up, so you do want to be very cautious if you are shorting. If anything, you'll have a tight stop, tight risk. So we do have a few plays on our hand this morning. There is some good volume right now in the small cap land. And, I'm excited. I'm ready to look for some trades. So let's see, FFHL. Do you want to see how it looks around the 630 level? So I'm watching it around this level. All right, so right now just watching FFHL. Just want to see how it reacts around the 6:30 line. Antonio, thanks, man. Appreciate the support. You see just steady bidders there in FFHL. So RKDA, coming back on up to 77.95 level. We'll see if we could break 8. I'm still holding some shares there on RKDA. So here's FFHL right next to that 650 line. So starting to break here on FFHL. Coming up to these highs. We had some pre-market highs right around that 675 line. You can see the steady bidders there on FFHL. Breaking over 720 now. So getting pretty crazy now on FFHL, over $7. Victor, your entry was at wow, you're holding 550 shares from 469. Congrats to you, man. So pretty crazy move here in FFHL. So let's see if RKDA can get over $8 here. I'm still holding So holding some RKDA there. Victor sold a few. Nice, congrats, man. Sick trade there. All right, so right now we got about 4 minutes. This market opens. Still holding some RKDA. Watching FFHL. Just going in my head. Over a possible new game plan on this one, because we are pretty extended right now. Definitely think this could see much higher. So I do want to be prepared for a possible move on up. So just give me one moment, guys. I'll be right back. Just give me like 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. So let's see. TNRX just getting killed. 177 now. So getting smoked over there on TNRX. Good job for anyone who caught that on the short side. We discussed and went over why that's not a good long, why it's a good short. It's good to know, both sides. When it's a good long versus when it's a good short. Even if you're just a long trader, you should be able to know when it's a good short. Help you avoiding into trouble. So, a newer trader may think, oh, why do I got to know about shorting? I don't need to know about that. It's good to know. Help you, avoid a lot of trouble. Vice versa. Even if you're a short seller, you should know when it's a good long. Just common things of trading that everyone should know. All right, so market is open. So FFHL, morning pop. So there's that pop there on RKDA. I did sell some there at 805, so I'm out some RKDA. In case this does stuff here. In case you do get a stuff move here, I do want to be safe. $820 is that key level on RKDA. We want to hold above 8 on RKDA for a possible move on up. TNRX, do you want to be ready for this one in case it could look for a possible short over there. So boom, RKDA, nice, over 820. A lot of selling there over 820 though. Nice volume bar there in RKDA. 320k bar for $8 stocks, very high. So liking the volume bar there on RKDA. Same thing with FFHL. Both these stocks are doing some great volume at the moment. So boom, RKDA, 840 now, new high. So I'm still holding some shares here. So this is this flush on FFHL that we're looking for. So what I'm looking for in FFHL, I want to see this start to come on down to one of our levels here. The 650 level is what I'm eyeing. We could crack this and go lower, which we are doing right now. So the next line will be the $6 line. So I want to see the $6 line hold, consolidate, and then start to push, and then we can go from there. If you think 650 is gonna end up holding, go for it. And oh wow, RKDA doing RKDA things. Big drop on RKDA. But right back, we've seen RKDA do this a lot. Have these crazy drops and it'll recover. But do gotta be cautious and and be careful here. It could easily drop. You gotta remember it's up from $2 all the way to $8. So still have my original stop in mind, 769. Still have that original stop. I'm watching FFHL for a curl. So watching FFHL here, may give it a go, risking that 650 line in case this does hold. All right, so I did fill there FFHL, 670, risking 20 cents below 650. I want to see if this line will hold. If it cracks, I'll take a small loss, and I'll try again at the $6 line. Or I could always wait for a reclaim. So I did take them there, 670. You're looking for a push back over 7. First target will be back over 7. So we got to map out our lines here. Did crack there, did stop out on FFHL. Actually, I'm going to give it a second here. Just give it one more second. I'm sorry, guys. Did not sell. Just want to give it one more second here. Got to give it a little bit of wiggle room. Yep. All right, I did stop out there on FFHL. So got a little aggressive there. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I am out of that play. And you guys can see, is dumping very hard right now. So I was being aggressive, you know. Wanted to see if 650 was gonna hold. The smart thing to do would be wait for it to reclaim 7, and then go from there. But I got aggressive. I was thinking 650 is gonna hold. I like the strong volume push out of the open, and it just cracked our line there. Cracked their 650 line. It held once. Retested. You could see double top there, right around 7, and it got smoked. And let's see, I did take a $1,000 loss right there. So did take a bit of a loss right there on FFHL. But it's completely fine. I'm gonna move on and look for another trade if it presents itself. That's why you guys always gotta stick to your lines there. I gave it a second just to see if it was gonna hold. Didn't, and I cut it. All right, so RKDA, I'm out of that one. All right, so we're seeing a lot of dumping this morning, guys. A lot of dumping this morning. Right now, always open. Yeah, guys. I'm always gonna be transparent with you guys. You guys saw last Monday I made 20 grand. Today I'm down. What am I down after RKDA? I'm down $1,500 right now. So taking a bit of a beating this morning, but it's a part of the game. It's gonna happen in trading. Not every day is gonna be a green day. If you're having someone tell you they're winning every day, good chance they're lying. No one wins every day in trading. No one has 100% accuracy. If there was, that person would be a billionaire. If they had 100% accuracy. Stockbuck, of course, man. I'm always gonna be transparent with you guys. I don't feel like I had a bad trade on FFHL. I like this 400K bar out of the open, but what I could have done is waited for the reclaim of 7. But sometimes I will be more aggressive, and I'll get in early, anticipating the $7 break, and I'm fine with doing that. The only thing I think I should have done differently was take a starter size. I got 4,000 shares at 670, and then I cut it below. What I could have done differently to minimize my my risk in the trade was go 2,000 shares, and then once we reclaim 7, add on confirmation for this push on up. Instead I just went full size for this type of trade. Right here at 670. So that was the only thing I did do wrong in the trade. Other than that, this wasn't a bad day 2 setup for me. We got this washout. Started to consolidate a little bit. Held 650. Boom, entered long, and just had a stuff move. Double top, and then huge unloading. So let's see, RKDA, is this one trying to come back? So let's see RKDA right here. RKDA is just tough, man, to get in this one. It's just a scary trade. ARCI, some momentum here. ARCI hitting the scans, 1 million in float stock. Is this halted? So it looks like ARCI. Is this halted? Looks like it's halted, right? Alright, let me look up ARCI, see what the deal is on this one. So float 900K per Yahoo Finance, low average volume. Let's see, we do have a headline here. ARCI, recycling opens up, new Syracuse Recycling Center. So we do have a headline here. So I could post that over for you guys. Let's see, RKDA, I want to watch this too. ARCI, I do remember trading this one. Yeah, so it is a former runner. You can see here, has gone on some nice moves in the past. So we'll keep this one on close watch. You know, it's halted right now. So we'll see how it looks after the unhalt. Could just be a chat pump, so we do want to be cautious. RKDA trying to squeeze. Just tough, man, to get an RKDA. You know, I'd probably be very small size on it. You know, just had these crazy drops. But I am liking what I'm seeing right now in RKDA. It's kind of doing what I thought, you know, FFHL would do in RKDA. You see how we had this washout, you know, reclaim and then push. TNRX 150, so TNRX got destroyed. Just didn't get that pop. CARCI. So what I'm worried about is that this is a chat pump on ARCI, and that you know, we may see a quick pop and then huge unloading. You know, once the chat room guru sells, Furu sells, you know, it just, you know, rehalts to the downside. So just want to you want to see if it's more than a chat pump or not. So I want to give it a little time after the unhalt. FFHL, you know, I am watching this one for a pop over 6 and a fail to possible take a short on it on FFHL. You know, like I said, it does have a lot of room to the downside. So I'll just be giving it a, you know, an eye, you know, over 6 if it does get that. So I did borrow some shares short. And as far as RKDA, you know, right now it's holding that 780 line. So if you guys like RKDA, you wanna go for it. You know, I'd say below 775 would be the line you want to risk off of on RKDA if you guys want to give it a go. Am I probably not going to give it a go because I've just been burned on it too many times. I made good money on it. You know, the first day 1 and day 2 of the move, made some good money on it, and then ever since, just been getting burned on it because, you know, it goes a little outside of my strategy. I usually don't trade, you know, these multi-day runners that often. But today, you know, being that it's a PR, doing some good volume, you know, it's definitely possible that it could go on a nice move. Stop it. Sorry if you guys hear dogs barking. I have a few dogs and they're pretty loud, so apologies. Anyone taking this RKDA trade? Let me know. You know, I definitely see the thesis for a, you know, long here on RKDA. So ARCI halted. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got going on here in ARCI. Damn, there goes FFHL dumping. Doesn't look like we'll get that pop to short. So I want to see how the volume looks on this. I want to see if this is like chat pump volume or if this is like real volume. And just because we get a nice bar doesn't mean it's real volume. So what we want to see is it start to you know, show some more chart. I do believe you're in RKDA. Good luck to you, man. So we got crazy spreads there in ARCI. Pretty crazy spreads right now. All right, so RKDA starting to push. He's starting to push a bit here. You see the tape on ARCI. It's a little, a little sluggish, but it's very thin, so it could definitely go. So let's see RKDA coming up to this 840 level. And there it goes, RKDA. 840s. Nice job if anyone took that trade. Not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous. It's a little bit sketchy, RKDA. It's not an easy trade. If anyone tells you RKDA is an easy trade, I don't know what they're saying. Definitely not a beginner trade on RKDA. Very tricky, very manipulated. But a great job for anyone who did profit today on RKDA. Come to, nice job. All that RKDA, congrats. And I hope you guys see, why this was a good setup. For me, I just didn't pull the trigger. I did give you guys a heads up, but I just didn't pull the trigger. Get this initial morning push. Big stuff move, came back down. Tested view up, cracked. Shorts thought this was done, and this is where we got the short trap. It held the 750 line, pushed up, consolidated. Broke over view up, and still held our EMA lines, and then pushed on up. Reclaimed that $8 line, and then it pushed. So you guys could see, you definitely see why here. This was a good, long setup. You see, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Boom, nice push. Area to get long was probably right around here when we you started holding 8. Basing 8 nicely. When I said you could look for $8, risking $7.75. So that was that trade right there at $8. Reason to get long right there for a push. Definitely not a bad idea to lock in some here. 840s, 850s. Definitely not a bad idea. Yep. Day trading lifestyle. Boom, you nailed it right in the head. These EMA lines are your guide. This is good areas to see. Where the short trap is. So that's why I use these lines. I use them as a guide. They're great. Even on big caps, they're good also. But big caps, I use a 3-minute and 5-minute chart. But for small caps, I'll be using the 1-minute chart for the most of the time. ARCI, it's a little sketchy. It's probably one that probably won't be taking. Just the spreads are very big. It's pretty illiquid at this moment. It could definitely push easily, but at the same time, this thing could easily dump. So it's kind of in that 50-50 zone on ARCI. Sorry guys, I had someone at my door. Apologies. Alright, let's see. ARCI, you're going for this 580 break. We'll see how it looks. This is one I will be avoiding on ARCI. See KBSF here. Big former runner, but this hasn't been that way the past year on KBSF. Remember back in 2017, this was one of my biggest winners. Had a monster run. But ever since then, it's just been it has gone on some little spikes here and there, but it's just been pretty much dormant since. So right now we have RKDA, doing its thing. Nice solid trade here if anyone took that long. ARCI, kind of the pump of the morning, but could definitely get explosive if volume moves on in. But right now it's a little bit choppy. You see the volume, a lot of big selling, and it's kind of this sideways action at the moment. TRNX, A plus, beautiful short, monster trade if anyone took the short. Let's see, KBSF kind of light volume, FBIO big dumping. You can see a lot of longs, running over themselves here. Thinking this may go to 19. Odds are 99% chance that thing's not going to 19 with that float. And that's kind of been the morning. We did see FFHL. I tried to long this one, thinking 650 would hold and would squeeze on up. Got stuffed at 7 and it's just been dumping since. Wanted to get a $6 short, but didn't get any pops to short into. Nice 70-cent gain there on ARCI. Nice job, man. Yeah, I would probably say the best plays of the day were TRNX, pre-market short for a gap and crap, and RKDA here on this reclaim of the EMA lines. And FFHL too, it was a good pre-market long if you guys took it, and it was a good short. Yeah, I just didn't get that area to short back into that I wanted to. Victor, you're holding RKDA for 9. Good luck to you. ARCI, there's the dump. There's the dump there on ARCI. I'm not saying it's over, but right now cracking. Yeah, ARCI. Yeah, it could definitely, could even be lower. I would say $5, maybe like, 475 ish. Sometimes you'll see it like pull the $5 line a bit and then trap. So it's definitely possible. That's what I wanted you guys to see. That's how these plays work. It didn't work like this a few years ago, but you usually see it. Pull some lines, pull some resistance lines. Usually it'll over under the EMA lines, but it's kind of far here. Most of the times it will be closer. That's where we'll see the traps happen. Pull support, pull the EMA lines for a bit, then reclaim, and then boom. On the reclaim is probably the best area to long. If you want to be aggressive, you get in where you think the where it's consolidating and where it's starting to base out a bit. If you want to be aggressive, smart thing to do is always wait for the reclaim. Always. Like I said, that was my one mistake this morning on FFHL. If I was being a little bit more conservative, I would have waited for the $7 reclaim for a push on up to 750 plus. But instead, I challenged it versus the 650 line, and didn't work out in my favor. Nothing wrong with doing that, but I think the smart thing to do would be go smaller size, so you could take a paper cut. Instead of taking that full size loss with max size. So ARCI now breaking over 6. Just not loving this price action on ARCI. Just not liking the overall price action. A little sluggish. The volume's okay, but I'm not extremely in love with this price action I'm seeing so far on it. Big spreads, kind of liquid. Volume's okay. You can see it's pulling $6. Right after you break, and you can see right as we broke $6, it didn't have like a strong push on up. And I definitely think this needs more time to consolidate, absorb some more shorts, and then push. Maybe around 2 p.m. Not bad for quick scalps though. If you guys like, quick scalps, 550. Sell at 580, sell at resistance, buy at support. Not bad for quick scalps, but I think this needs more time to consolidate and then push. And what I mean by that is, not like sideways consolidation, but I definitely think this needs more time to develop that big squeeze. I don't think that big squeeze is gonna happen right now. And I'm speaking in turns for a long. If you guys think this thing will dump, then heck, look for a short here, $6. Risking off that high a day. This thing could definitely dump. Like I said, I'm not in love with the price action. And there we go. Look at that. Boom. Back at 550s. Am I going to be shorting ARCI? No, I don't have the shares to short. No bars available for me on ARCI. But I definitely saw a reason to short on ARCI. That $6 break was pretty weak, and the price action tape was very sluggish. Hope you guys saw what I meant by that. You guys go back and watch the live replay. You could see a $6 break. The level 2 is just very sluggish. If you look at other breakouts, you look at the tape, there's much more active, more volume pouring in. Let's see if we get this dump on ARCI. I could definitely see I could see this thing dumping back to 5. Not be surprised. Just looks pumpish, right? All right, so right now RKDA is still holding view up. View up's at 811. So far each time RKDA has got over 850, has been met with a big seller. You guys could see each time 850 soak, 850 soak, 850 soak. So 850 right now is that tough level on RKDA. So that's the line you guys want to break above for a possible push on up. Let's see what else we got going on. TNRX getting a little bit of a pop here. Probably some shorts covering. This thing has been just murdered from $3. ARCI, the pump right now, starting to crack 850. This thing could definitely have a huge wash down to $5. So just watching this one to see what it does. Other than that, SPI, nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now it's 10 o'clock. I have made 2 trades this morning. One break even-ish trade. The other one I did take a loss on FFHL. If you guys want me to go over any of my trades, or you guys have any questions, you guys could ask right now. Right now, not seeing any trades worth taking for me. The only trade I would have taken would have been FFHL on that pop. And I was thinking about an RKDA long, but I just couldn't get myself to pull the trigger on it. Other than that, not seeing anything at the moment. Watch RKDA on this 850 break. Luther King, nice. $6 short, out at 539. Nice trade there, man. Awesome trade. I definitely saw what you were seeing there as well. I saw that weakness on that $6 break. I would have taken the same trade, I just didn't have shares to short. Nice job. But definitely be careful. Remember, this is a 900K float. For anyone who is shorting, this is not a play you want to short weakness on, because this could easily trap. As much as I sound bearish on it, I know some of you guys may be bearish on it. Just remember, it's a 900K float stock, and it could definitely trap. So right now we did just break the VWAP level, and now we're starting to push. So if this reclaims 6, it could definitely push 650. So we got to see how this reacts around 6. If you guys really like it, you could even get in 570s, risking that 540 level for a possible push. Or if you guys think it's gonna stuff, hey, take some 580 shorts. You're risking 6. I wouldn't recommend it due to the float. But if you guys are really bearish on it, that could be another option. There's some bidders starting to move in. 10K bidder there, 570. Watch it here at $6. I did take long there on ARCI looking for the $6 break. Want to see if this thing's going to push. We halted. I think we are halted here on ARCI. Nice. Let's go. Oh, no, we aren't halted. Looked like we were halted there for a second. But I am in on the trade right now. ARCI off this trap. And I didn't like how we had a fake out halt there. So I do have my finger on the trigger there. Ready to sell. Hate when that happens, guys. It sucks. The halt's nice, you know. Puts fear into shorts, and usually we have a nice gap up after. Yeah, me too. It looked like we were halted there. So let's see if we can get this push. You saw we had much higher volume there. I like that. But just didn't like that fake out halt. So we need the push here in the next few seconds here, or we're going to dump. Definitely want a base above 6. Come on, ARCI, let's get this push. Need to break over 620 here for a move on up. Yeah, I see RKDA over 850. FFHL below 5 now. So starting to base above 6. Did add a little bit more there, low 6. A small add, nothing crazy. Did crack 6 a little bit there. Do you want to see this base? See some bidders there at 5. You saw that, guys? Some big bidders there, 580s. Anyone see that? Up, high 580 started the stack there. So my stop will be below like 580. I have a 603 average. All right, so you want to see us get back over 6 on ARCI. RKDA pushing 870s, so RKDA doing his thing over there. All right, so ARCI starting to dump a bit here. And I did stop out. That's going to be it for me, guys. Rough morning. Rough morning for me. That sucks. That would have got halted. You know, we would have saw 650 plus. And I had a bit of a high average too, so it's not like, you know, I could have averaged down here anyway. You know, I had more than I want. You know, more than I couldn't go anymore. Could definitely bounce off view up here too. And nope, there it goes. Back at 6. Yeah, I did give it one more go there, guys. So I'm giving it one more go here on ARCI. This is my last trade. After this, I will close it up. I'm giving it one more go. So let's see. Come on, ARCI. Let's get this push. We got to break 620. Look at that dump on RKDA over there. Huge dump. That's crazy. That's a 50-cent drop right there. That's insane. And you could see it just has those huge drops, and then just has like, right after it'll just reclaim like 30 cents. It's insane though on Arcadia. That play is just a roller coaster. So ARCI, let's see if we're gonna get this breakout here. I do like this play for a breakout. You can see how your bias changes in trading, guys. You can see, I was bearish on, and then, I saw it started the trap, reclaim. So the bidders there, 580s. And I got back in, I stopped out. Probably shouldn't have stopped out of that first trade. Should have given it a little bit more room. But I did, and I got back in right away. So let's see. Let's see if we break 620 here. Let's see. Here we go. Boom. There we go. 620s. Let's see. Oh, we get stuffed. You could see same thing when it broke over 6. Just had light volume. That 620 breakout, we should have saw a bigger volume move in. Still holding, but I didn't like that breakout. Nice, man. Out at 620. No, I'm still holding. I didn't meet my risk reward, so I didn't sell. Thanks, man. Take care. All right, so I did get more on that dip there. I added more. That'll be my last add for the trade. Brought my average down to five. What is this? 587. So first target will be over the highs, and the rest I'm looking for 650 plus. You guys can see what pattern we're forming, A, B, C, D pattern. So here's your A, your B. Now we're forming C. Now looking for this D on the breakout. Some bidders there on our ARCI. See, those bidders are just sitting there on ARCI. I am max sizing the trade too. So let's see. This would be a nice winner if this trade does work out. If not, probably end up being a max loss day. So right now I am down about close to 3K. So if I do take a loss here, I'll be down over my max loss. So we'll be done trading for the day. But if it works out, put me back in the green. So we don't want to see here's another stuff move. We already had a big stuff move at resistance, so another one could lead to a lot of selling. So you want to see this base over 6. All right, come on, RCI. Let's get this breakout. Throw some orders out to sell in case it has like a quick breakout over and then a dump. So put some in the 630s. Put some over 650s. Yes, or let's see 6 and a hold. You guys see a lot of orders going through at that $6 mark, but it's still holding. Could have a big soaker there at 6. I saw that happen twice now. So we want to see 6 hold. So we did pull, we cracked there at 6. I have my stop in mind, so until my stop hits, I'm not gonna freak out and sell. I know my risk. My risk will be right below 670. So 669 with my stop. So once that hits, we'll sell. Anything above that, I'm holding. There's no reason to panic as long as you know your risk. If you don't know your risk, then there is reason to panic because you don't know how much you could lose. And I know my sell targets. I have 2 orders out to sell most of my shares. 5 630s and 650s, and then the rest. I'll probably be holding out for a bigger picture move. And again, I always say this: don't follow my trades. Be your own trader. If you guys want to go attack RKDA, go ahead. Don't wait for me. I have some people DMing me sometimes saying, "Hey Nick, why don't you take this trade, or why weren't you looking at that stock?" Hey, I'm my own trader. You're your own trader. You do your own thing. I do my own thing. I want you the guys to learn from me, not to follow my trades. I'm not gonna tell you not to follow my trades. You guys can if you want. I called them out, but Victor, thanks, man. Take care. Hope you have a good day. All right, so let's see 620s. Let's hit this break. Come on, ARCI. It's pushing here. Come on. It's right there. Yes, to see it's setting up nicely. The chart. The chart is setting up nicely. Like I said, this is this ABCD pattern. A, B, C, and now going for D. So we'll see if we complete the pattern here. But again, just another failed attempt at the high day. It's another rejection there. So we'll see. But it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. Even though it rejects, it's still fighting that $6 mark. So no reason to stress, no reason to freak out. Like I said, know my risk, know my targets. So have to let the trade pan out. All right, so right now we still have RKDA consolidating here in the 840s. ARCI just channeling here between 580 to 620. Keeps getting rejected at resistance, but keeps bouncing at support. So definitely some nice opportunity for some scalps too. If you guys do want to hold for this big picture trade, you could look for some scalps. Look at that. Look at the $6 line. Just refresh. Definitely being supported here. And this is not bad. This is what I talked over before, that we need some consolidation. We need some chart to form before we could attack. And we're getting that right now. All right, so another push here. Let's see. Coming up to 620s, are we going to break? Right there again. 620, 624 is the high day. So you could see some shorts, So have to get stopped out over the highs here. Right there. One more cent away. Boom, there we go. There we go, ARCI. Alright, sell orders haven't hit yet, but hopefully it hits right around here. You see the bidders are moving up. You guys see those bidders are just moving up with it. They're definitely being pushed here on ARCI. And another stuff move. But it's fighting here again. But you could see a lot of selling, some big sellers here, which is a little bit concerning. Came 1 cent from my first target, and now we're dumping back down. So it's a crazy back and forth move here on ARCI. Definitely a tricky one. Yeah, my sell was 634, so I missed that by 2 cents. A little unfortunate there. Alright, let me see. May start to trim a little here, like 6'10", 6'20". It's just, I do have a lot of size, so I do want to protect myself. You know, you gotta be a smart trader. You know, I have a lot of size here, and this thing keeps stuffing, into each pop. So I did trim a little there at 605. You know, for a small winner, for some small winner. You know, I'm not taking off my whole position, just taking out some of it. You know, just to minimize a potential loss. Because I am red on the day, so don't want to, make it into a monster's red day if this does go in the other direction. You know, if we get another pop, I'll probably reduce a little bit more size. I want to get to around 4 or 5,000 shares. I feel comfortable around there. All right, so now we're starting to get a bigger drop here. So right around my average right now at 580s, the 580s. Just a frustrating trade on this thing, It's right there, near high day twice. Almost got halted. But hey, what can you do? The only reason I don't want to take it all off, one, because I don't want to go against my original plan, but you could see just each dump, it just continues to hold. So pull back, hold, pull back, hold, pull back, hold, and you're still seeing these big bidders appear. So even though it doesn't look good right now, you know, I still want to stick to my original plan, and I'm still seeing some signs of some life in the play. As we keep holding on these dips. I know if I sell everything now and it goes in my favor, and if it goes the other way around, I'm not gonna be pissed at myself. Saying, "Shit, Nick, why'd you sell? Just stick to your stop loss." I've done this many times where I just sell, and then the trade plan would work out, and I'd be like, "What the heck did I do?" So I gotta let the trade play out a little bit, but I did trim a little, so just to protect. And I said, "Shit, I have too much size for a trade that I'm starting to get in that 50-50 range." I'm like, shit, why do I have max size when this trade, I'm not liking what I'm seeing, so let me trim a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like I'm taking off the whole trade. If I think the odds are lower, then I'm gonna trim a little. And I'm just exhausted too. You know, my sleeping patterns got crushed from vacation. Every day I would sleep until like 11, 12, and my first morning like waking up early and just being away from the market for a week. Definitely gonna affect the trading a bit, but I'll get back into it. It's only the first day back. All right, so this ARCI thing, just please make a direction already. This thing is just annoying. It's just so much choppiness, just back and forth. This thing won't pick a direction. All right, let's see. Boom, there we go. ARCI finally. That's why I put those orders out there. I had a feeling something like that may happen. I had a feeling that may have like a quick, huge spike and then just get dumped back down. I've seen that before. And one of my orders hit. The other one missed by 2 cents. I had a 652 order out there to sell. But I was prepared for something like that. Let's see if we can hit this other order. The 652. What's that? Woke me up there. I was falling asleep here in ARCI. So let's see if I can turn this red day around. Who's holding right now? Anyone in ARCI? Let me know. Crazy ride. Crazy freaking roller coaster on this play. Just up and down. So much madness here. But still waiting for that big move on it. You can see the bidders. You see the bidders. Just they're there. They're definitely there. The bidders. See if we get the 650 break and push. Come through. Thanks, man. Yeah, hoping I could turn this big red day around. would be nice. So you guys are wondering right now, have a 587 average with 6,000 shares remaining. So let's see, coming up to my one of my limit sells here in the 650s. Let's see if we can hit it. Boom, right there, filled some out. Awesome. So I got a partial fill there. So I don't know how that happened, but I got a partial fill there on some of my shares. Let's see if the rest can get filled out here. Very close to filling. Come on. This thing's chipping away so slow, my order. I'm trying to sell. Alright, there we go. There's the rest. Alright, so right now I'm holding a remaining 4,000 shares from 580s. Alright, so I locked in more there. Right before that dump. Just to be safe, you know, this trade is pretty crazy. So right now I'm holding 2,250 shares remaining. And this one I'll let ride out. But the majority of my original position I locked in. And now I'm only down. What am I down? Down only 120 bucks right now. So I'm in the green. Back in the green, guys. Oh, wait, that doesn't sound right. Let me see. Yep. Yeah, I'm only down 123. All right, so that's right. All right. So yeah, right now, I'm back in the green now. So it turned that $3,000 red day, back in the green. Well, once I sell this position, I'll definitely be selling in the money. Will be a green day for me. So the remaining shares, I will stop out below 6. So I'll stop out the rest of my shares below 6, and that'll put me up on the day. But after commissions and fees, it'll probably be a red day. But my I go, but technically it would be a red day. But what I see on my screen, it says green. If you guys know what I mean. But after fees and all that stuff, borrow fees, it is red. Anyone stick that trade out? Let me know. Let me know if anyone stuck that trade out with me. That was a tough one. Very tricky. If you guys are wondering what's the rest of my target on these 2,000 shares, I'm looking for over 7. So over 7 is my next target on the remaining shares. If it's looking a little choppy in the 680s, 690s, I'll take it off. But I am looking for over 7 on the remaining of my shares. And the stop would be $5.99 on them. All right, so back at support. Sorry, guys. I'm exhausted. I apologize about if I hear me yawning. Very tired. So spread's opening up a bit there. So the ash jumped back up to 640. So it doesn't take much volume for this thing to really go. You know, it's a 900K float. Very teeny float. So it does not take much. So right now it is 10:49. I like to give the stream to around 11. So we'll see where this is at around 11. You know, I may or may not end it at 11. You know, I see a lot of you guys hopping off right now. It's getting pretty late. But I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed the stream. You know, first day back. Definitely was a little bit of a you know, a choppy day, you know, accuracy wise, but you guys could see it's a good learning lesson for any of you guys still watching the stream. You know, a lot of people hopped off, but yeah, sure, I took like 3 or 4 losses in a row, but then I had this one trade on ARCI, put me right back in the green. That's how risk management comes in. So I took like a 13-cent loss on RKDA, and then on FFHL, it took like a 20-cent loss. But then you can see here, ARCI had like an 80-cent winner on it. And right back there, and boom, right back in the green. You know, that just shows how, you know, even if you take 3 losses in a day, and you just have that one good trade, you know, it could just change your day around. That's why risk management is so important. You guys can't dismiss, you know, risk management. It's very important in trading. That's a good lesson I want you guys to take away from the stream. How important having good risk-reward risk management is in trading. And if you guys shouldn't trade either on you know, if you guys are feeling like, you know, if you're not feeling too well, or you know, you're tired, maybe best not to trade. So don't recommend trading on like, you know, no sleep, or if you're like delirious, don't recommend trading. But you know, I've been doing it for so long. You know, it's only 3 years, but it felt like 10 years I've been trading. So, you know, I've traded worse, but you know, I don't recommend it. RKDA trying to curl back on up, getting over the EMA lines right now. You see, last time RKDA, you know, cracked these EMA lines, it recovered, cracked again, now starting to curl back above. So if you guys really like RKDA, it could be an entry point. You know, right here, 830s. You're risking 8. If you guys like it, not a bad entry right here. You're curling above our lines. You For me, I'm not gonna be taking any more trades. This will be my last trade on ARCI. And I'll always show you guys my charts, my entries and exits, always after the stream. Oh, and I forgot to mention, for any new people watching this, we do have a Discord chat. Links gonna be down below in the description, or then you can see the Nightbot has the link to our Discord chat. So if you go check out our Discord chat, I will be posting my entries and exits over in Discord. So show you guys that I'm being transparent and not just talking to myself. But right now it is 10:53, so I'll probably give the stream another 7 minutes. I'm getting pretty tired of talking right now, so probably will wrap up the stream in the next 7 minutes. So let's see, RKDA starting to push a little bit here. ARCI just kind of going sideways. Definitely a tricky one this morning on ARCI. Really tricky. Same with RKDA. Definitely not an easy day of trading today. Not an easy day. Probably the best plays today were actually on the short side on TNRX and FFHL. I'd probably say those were the two best trades this morning. ARCI, yes, this was a winner for me. I did make a nice 80-cent gain on it. But definitely wasn't the easiest of trades. I did get stopped out originally. I did. So I did take a loss on it before I had that second winner on it. Alright, so ARCI coming back up to 650. Let's see. See if we can get this break and push for new highs. So if you guys have any questions too, before I wrap up the stream, you guys could ask. Here we go, ARCI. Let's see, coming up to the high day here. Let's see if we get a breakout. So right now, paying attention to the volume, the tape. So let's see. Right at 660, pay attention to the volume right now. I'm seeing a lot of weak volume breakouts, and it leads to a lot of big sell-offs. So we'll see what we have here. All right, so we just broke over the high day there. See volumes, it's not great. And we did 100K there. Let's see if it's gonna push more. But again, just another weak volume breakout. But you could see it's been more of a steady grinder if you look at it. We did have that one big push, but other than that, it's just been a you know, not counting this, but since here, since that initial halt, that unhalt, it's just been like a slow grinder on up. You could see the highest volume we did all day was let me see, was a 200K bar. So we haven't done over 300K yet. But it's still holding its gains. The chart's looking nice. Building higher lows. So no reason to sell. So nice 650 hold there. You saw the bids, stacked there. It held 650. So let's see, ARCA. Let's get this parabolic move on up. Haven't seen it yet. Watch 650 there. You saw. Let's see this. You can see what it did there at 650. A lot of sell orders went, but it still held. There's hidden buyers on this on ARCI. And we saw that back at 6. You guys remember when I think it was like here. It just ton of selling orders went through at 6 and still held. Watch again here at 650. You see that? Lots of orders there. You guys can see it's only showing 200 on the bid. It's probably much more than that. You could hide your orders. In certain brokers, you could hide your actual your size. When I was using Lightspeed, I had an option. I could hide my real order. So you guys can see that's what I mean. It's a good example right there. You have soaking. You can see. Let's see. Again, boom, 650. Lots of orders are going through, but it's still holding that 650. You're not saying it could definitely crack. Just because I'm saying that doesn't mean it's gonna 100% hold. But that's what I mean by hidden soakers. You guys saw it. There was thousands of orders going through, and this is not full depth market either. This is this level 2. This higher market depths. This is. I think someone told me this only shows you like 25% of the actual times in sales and level 2 order book. But you guys could see, look again, 650 again. This is 1,000. You see thousands, 100, 100, but there's only 100 on the 650 level 2. So that should be cracking, right? Why isn't it? Because there's a hidden buyer here at 650. I get this question asked tons of times, so I hope you guys understand what I mean by hidden buyer or soaker, because this is a perfect example right here of 650 being propped. Perfect example. Hope you guys understood that. So I'll probably give it a little longer. I'm really curious to see what happens here, and I want to commentate this for you guys. And that wasn't the first time we saw that happen. You guys go back and look. Happened again right around $6. Again, look how much 650 is soaking. Look at that. It's not budging. Look at that. Shorts are probably like, oh, we're screwed. So we'll see what happens here. I know if I was short and I was seeing that, I would be very nervous. And usually when we do see this happen, usually it'll be near support lines. So we'll see this same thing happen, around support. That's when I like to see. I like to see it around support, and when we start to break down, and it looks to start to trap. That's when I like seeing it happen, and that's usually when I'll look to enter around those areas. But we are seeing it happen up here in the 650s. So right now, I will have my stop below 650 now. It is getting pretty late right now. It is 11:04. Wow, TNRX, what a recovery. That's sick. Wow. That's some recovery. We had lows of 155. That's crazy. Or did TNRX have another press release? I'm just trying to look up TNRX. This thing's weird. Every time I put it in Yahoo Finance, it doesn't load for me for some reason. Kind of strange. Yeah, so let's look it up off stream, but for some reason Yahoo Finance doesn't work for me on that ticker. I don't know if anyone else having that same issue, but yeah, looking pretty good right now in TNRX. Crazy red to green move there. You can see ARCI. It's kind of liquidity is kind of dying out right now in ARCI. But this could easily set up for a swipe move. What I mean by a swipe move, swipe moves when like liquidity dies out around lunch hours. Kind of like this. We'll see no orders go through a timestamp, and then we'll see shorts get nervous and start to cover. You can see again there 650 held. And it'll just be a chain of shorts covering. and it will just spike on up, and a lot of times we'll see it get halted. So it's very possible we could see that spike move happen. Just like a chain of shorts. I got caught in them before too. That's why it's scary. A lot of shorts, say they're done trading at like 10:30, 11 because it happens, that swipe move, that lunch hour move. Just a big chain of shorts just, all flying for the doors, hitting the ask. It is getting pretty late now, so may give it like 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes to see if this happens. Man, look at that 650. It's just keep soaking. There. All right, there's a little crack there on ARCI. So 650 did pull. Could definitely recover, but it is lunch hours. I'm pretty tired, so I may look to get out here. Just want to give it a second here. Wow, look at that. I didn't sell. I'm still in, but I was about to sell there, but I want to give it a second here. Right back at 660. It's a lot of games being played here. Lots of games. Market makers are definitely having fun with this one. Definitely feels very trappy, on ARCI. It feels very trappy. Feels like something big's gonna happen to the upside or downside. Especially now when like liquidity dies out around this time. Like I said, we'll see some crazy things happen. So let's see right here, new highs. With a seller there at 671. Here we go, 670s. See if we can push over 7. Boom, here we go, ARCI 680s. Sick. What a trade. See if we get the 7 break, we'll reach our target. Big bidder there, big bidder. This thing's gonna push. ARCI. So you get the $7 break for us. Insane trade, guys. Still have my average from 587, so up $1 per share on my trade on ARCI. What a day, Turn that big red day around now. I'm up 2K now. Who's holding? Anyone holding? I feel like I'm the only one still holding ARCI here. There we go, sevens. And guys, I'm gonna lock in here. $7. You locked in 1K shares there. Still holding 1,200. Let's see. See if we get this like 7 push, maybe 720s on the rest. But I did sell there at 7. Sick job. Let's go. ARCI. Get a little 7 push, 720s. Look at that, the bids. We're just following the bids, guys. You see, look at the bids. They're just following. See, now they're at 7. You know, you see a soar. I want everyone to go back and look at the stream at 650. It was the most clear-cut soak I ever seen. It was so clear. You know, 650s. They were soaking hard there. You know, every time, 650. You know, started each time, 650. Trying to sell. Just kept on holding. They were just absorbing everything at 650. And now look, they're at 710 now. So the bids are just all over on this play. Exactly, that's what I guys want you to take out of this trade. Just following price action, level 2. I'm becoming a greedy fuck now. Alright, I sold. I'm getting greedy, so I just sold there. Alright, I'm out. I met my 7 target. So, what a trade right there. That was so total ARCI. I made 4K on that trade. Was down 3,100, but now I'm up. Why'd I say I was up 2K? Yeah, so right now I'm up about $970 on the day from being down 3K. And I want you guys to see how, I had 3 losses on the day, but just had one big green trade, put me right back in the green. So, like I said, risk management's so key in trading. If I didn't have good risk management, it would have been a big red day. So, why don't you guys take that out of the stream? And definitely go replay and watch the stream and watch, the examples of soaking and how to reprice action level 2. Because a lot of this trade on ARCI was just, reading the tape, reading the volume, and the price action. But alright, it's very late right now. It's 11:17 almost. So I'll give you guys 1 minute for questions. Any last final questions? But I will wrap up the stream in 1 minute because it's getting really late. And I'm really exhausted, guys. My throat's killing me. I'm tired. And I'm gonna get some sleep. Alright, not seeing any last questions, so yeah, I'll wrap up the stream now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Apologies for if I sounded tired or a little sluggish today. I am tired. I was on vacation for a week, sleeping in every day and now waking up at 6:50 this morning. Little adjustment, but I'll get used to it. I don't want to make any excuses, But yeah, and wrap up the stream. Crazy overall day on ARCI RKDA. Came back down from 3K. I was like $300 away from my max loss. Right, my max loss was right around that $3,500 mark, and was very close to it. Had one green trade, and put me right on the green. So just an overall crazy day. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll be back tomorrow every day now. No days off. All right, take care, guys. Peace.